These are the questions we get all of the time. How long does it take to complete our legal transcription course? So this really depends on you and your schedule. All of our courses are self-directed, including the apprenticeship. Yes, you have help with your coach, but it's not, you have to be in front of your computer at these times. So the course is self-paced, so it depends on you. If you don't have a full-time job currently, or even are working at all, you obviously have a lot more time to spend on the course than someone who has a full-time job, right? So most students finish within 2 to 4 months, but we have some students that take longer just because of their schedule. What payments do we accept, and can we split up payments, especially for the apprenticeship program? So we finally have everything launched on the back end, and we have 2 ways to chop the price tag up. You can use PayPal. They have a buy now, pay later feature, or you can apply through a firm, and they have multiple different options. So you will see both of those in the checkout cart when you choose your payment. We also accept, of course, credit cards in there. So those are the 2 ways that you can potentially make payments. Now, both of those companies, of course, have their own process you have to go through and be approved, but those options are there. So what all is needed to do transcription and to take the course? You do need a computer. Unfortunately, you cannot do it on your phone. It's just not going to work. You don't need a huge expensive computer though. As long as it has Word on it, you should be fine. Okay, so computer is the most important thing. Second is Word. It must be Word. And that is because of the back-end processing that is done to the transcript once you are done in order to put it into the format that attorneys and court systems and such need. Okay, so computer with Word. You definitely need headphones. You can start with whatever you have. You will find transcription headphones are a little bit better at cutting out noise and things, but you can start with whatever you have. Foot pedal. This one is kind of optional, but we definitely say if you are brand new to transcription, it's going to help you to have a foot pedal. There are shortcuts in all the software, so you can use tabs, Control Alt S or whatever they are, little shortcuts. But because you are just learning to transcribe, you're going to be using your hands to actually do the transcription. So it's a little easier to learn to separate those actions with the audio, with your feet, and then all of the typing with your hands. But some people start without it, so you can do it. And then last is transcription software. There are free ones, ExpressScribe, say that right? We use multiple in our business because people send you tapes and audios in different ways. So there's also a ton of software to help you process audio that is not great, but you will need something that at least plays audio, pauses it, and if you're using a foot pedal or hotkeys, connects to those so that you can control it. And by that I mean there's like a code in the software or a specific pedal on your foot pedal that will slow it down or rewind 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever you have it programmed to. So you do need the audio to connect to do all of those things. So those are the 5 things that you really need to get started. Do we offer a certificate, and do you need a specific certificate? So yes, we do offer a certificate showing that you have completed our legal transcription course. Do you need a specific certificate to get work? No, you absolutely do not. Even the most common certificate that you can sit for after you have learned legal transcription that's kind of recognized nationally, most companies, 99.9%, do not require that certification, and you also used to have to actually work 1 year before you could even take that certification. So obviously you could get work without it. We have been in the transcription business for 15 plus years at this point, hundreds of clients, and no one has ever required us to have our certificate. Almost every employer is going to have you do a test that actually shows that you can transcribe. Do we help you find a job? So yes, we do actually hire from our course, both the solo and the apprenticeship on occasion. We also send our students to other companies we work with if they have needs for transcribers, but you are guaranteed at least 30 days of work if you do our apprenticeship. So that is where we are coaching you through the program. You're doing the same course as the solo, but you get personalized help, and then we guarantee you will work for us for at least 30 days. I think everyone that has gone through that program has worked for us longer than 30 days, but that is guaranteed for that program. But we hire out of both because there's almost always a need for transcribers. Can you get extra help with the course? That is why we have the apprenticeship course. So if you sign up for that option, you do have a coach that will check in with you weekly once you start the course, and that is where you get your extra help. You also get those 30 days paid afterwards. Do you have discount codes? Yes, I actually do. If you go look at our pinned videos, I have codes for both courses for our people on social media to get a little discount. Where are we located? I think this one is always funny. We are located in Virginia. We have been here since we started this company over 15 years ago. So we are East Coasters, but we have contractors all over the country that work for us. Can you take this course in a different country? So I think this is actually kind of two questions that people are asking when they ask it. So first is, can you take the course when you are located in a different country? Absolutely. You can take the course from anywhere because it's all online. So there's no limit on that. Can you work in legal transcription when you are from a different country? So I think that's kind of the second question, and that really depends on the employer. Almost all legal transcribers are independent contractors. So there are people that hire outside of the country oftentimes. You tend to have a better ability to do that if you are a native English speaker, such as the Philippines. So that just kind of gives you a little edge, but what you're going to learn in the class is based on the US court system. So I don't think if you took the course in another country and you expected to be able to transcribe in that country, you'll definitely be able to know how to write it all down and everything, but the templating and rules and court procedures and all those are completely different, and we don't teach that. How much money will I make as a transcriber? I have longer videos on this, but it's going to depend on a few things. So first is the billing. Most legal transcription is billed per page, but it's going to be a different rate based on a number of things. What type of file is it? Is it a deposition, a hearing, a trial? Is it just a business meeting that you're transcribing? Those are all going to have different rates, okay? And then you have the turnaround time. The turnaround time is when you get the file and when it's expected back to the company that has hired you. So if it is a trial that is ongoing today, they are in court from 8 to 5, they send you the file and they need to review that by like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., because they need to be prepared for the questions next day in court by going over what was answered today. That's going to be a lot more expensive than this is a deposition for a hearing that's potentially scheduled for a year out, and we just need this within 15 days. Totally different billing rates, right? And then, of course, your speed. So how long does it actually take to type something? On average, when people are starting, we say 1 to 4 is kind of your goal. So 1 hour of audio is going to take you 4 hours to type, okay? And of course, how many pages can you type within that time? So each hour, how many pages can you type? Because you're paid on a per page basis, then you can kind of figure out how much you can make. So if you can do 12 pages or if you can do 25, that's a huge difference. So all of those are going to go into how much you personally can actually make. And our last question is, can you do legal transcription part-time? Abso-freaking-lutely. Most of our transcribers are part-time or maybe 3/4 time. And what they love, we actually have someone who we absolutely adore, who is leaving for a full-time job opportunity currently, working with like her best friend, otherwise she would not be leaving us. But we always say, you know, you can do part-time work with us, you can just pick it up, maybe you have a slow period, maybe that doesn't work out and you can come back. That is one of the great things about legal transcription, is you can take on as much or as little work as you want. And I'd love to hear your other questions so I can do a follow-up video.